Your videos brighten up my day, as I am sure it does with thousands of other viewers. Where's my drink?
Young people are buying old typewriters.
You ran a convenience store in rural Japan in the 1990s.
And it's got a little cover for the womb.
Of course.
Knight Rider.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hello, Chip Dippers. Welcome back to your essential monthly dose of retro news, memes, unboxings, homebrew projects, and of course, nostalgia, so you can be as sharp as a pencil rewinding a cassette tape. It's episode 38 of The Retro Show.
And first up on Old News, we find out how those Nintendo servers that shut down last month may be coming back to life.
That's old news. But first up on Old News,
You might call it the sound of a rebellion. Young people in the Valley are buying old typewriters and using them as a creative escape from the distractions of computers and the internet.
It's what good old-fashioned typewriters do not do. It's attracting this younger generation.
Other people were like, whoa, a typewriter.
Max was tapping into something else. No internet connection, no temptation to jump online.
With computers, there's distractions everywhere. With a typewriter, it's just you and the keys.
I love bread.
Same.
But yeah, so I'm a big part of this growing trend of digital minimalism. We've got a video coming soon, actually, a little series of videos where I'm getting a 2G dumb phone back online, even with iMessage and WAP. If you're Gen Z watching this, it's not that kind of WAP.
Why don't you just say what it means?
Wireless application protocol?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wireless internet for mobile phones. But yes, we did that video recently where I got my fax machine back up and running so you can fax the studio. And it's all part of our use it or lose it movement. So I think typewriters is the next logical evolution of that. I do have my mum's Olympia typewriter over there, which needs repairing. So I'm planning on a video on that.
And I think that the typewriter that I had as a child is in storage because I remember being in, I think, 2nd or 3rd grade, and we had to write a fairy tale, and I wrote the sequel to Cinderella before the actual sequel to Cinderella came out, and I did it on my typewriter.
It'll be in cinemas next week. I wrote something, it was called Bog Goes to School. It was about a Stone Age man. It's a slightly different IQ levels
Bog?
there. Bog, yeah, that was his name. Anyway, we do have something, actually, speaking of typewriters, if you want to grab that. We're not unboxing just yet.
Just reading the box?
Because in here is a Bluetooth typewriter keyboard. Ladyfractic is going to show it off for you now. And we thought we'd give this away in a free raffle. So details are just below here. We gave one to Mauricifractic.
We did.
She sent us an unexpected video message saying how it essentially changed her life.
Oh, sorry, I'm having a blonde moment again.
And you can kind of see why. So you can slot your iPad in there, and it just gives you a much more old school tactile way of writing and creating. Turn off your internet though, so you don't have the distractions.
It's quite thocky.
Thocky, indeed. Anyway, enough typewriters. Let's get right on with the next item. Ladyfractic is going to tell us about this.
So this is a new trend that's coming up that I genuinely love. I'm a child of the 80s, and as you can see, the Gen Zers are realizing how cool the 80s were, so they're asking their parents to show them how they danced. And this gentleman in particular seems to have quite a lot of groove.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, but we won't make you do that.
No, he's great.
There's so many of these on TikTok right now. If you just put in, I think it's...
Well, you don't need to, because I've prepared. Here they all are composited together.
Oh my goodness. There was an 80s club in LA, in Hollywood. There was a club that had emo night, goth night, and 80s night. And we always used to go on 80s night and dress like we were in the 80s. And this was in the early, mid-2000s.
Sounds like the kind of place you might see Sarah Connor hanging out.
Maybe, yeah.
Terminator reference.
Oh, yes, I know.
It's been 15 days since the Wii U and 3DS servers were supposed to shut down, but a few courageous players have somehow managed to cling on to whatever bits of life are left in a handful of games for those systems. The last remaining Splatoon player is holding fast, even as the servers have started to crumble around them. Other online services, including the news and shops, are still functional, and I still remain online. I repeat, I am still online.
He's got quite a high-pitched voice, hasn't he, that player?
I mean, to each his own.
Yeah, but even when that crumbles finally around him, look at this. This is Pretendo, which is a user-created third-party open source version to replace Nintendo. So you can Pretendo on your Nintendo 2DS or Wii U. So they're still in the process of beta testing it and stuff, and they're slowly checking off all the features you need. And you'll be able to log into their, I guess you'll put their gateway IP address in instead of Nintendo's. So yeah, check it out. All the links are in the description if you want to Pretendo with Nintendo.
I love that.
Yeah.
You just can't, what do they say? You can pry it out of my cold, dead hands. That's kind of how this generation is handling it.
And this is actually the aforementioned dumb phone, and there's a similar thing we're doing here with another channel, Action Retro, where he's been helping us get the entire internet back onto 2G phones.
That's a lot of internet.
It is. No, it's honestly an incredible thing. Next up, the world is sleeping on what NASA just pulled off with Voyager 1. The probe has been sending gibberish science data back to Earth, and scientists feared it was just the probe finally dying, after working for 50 years and leaving I've edited out all the swear words, leaving the solar system. So they analysed the gibberish and realised that it was a total readout of everything on the probe. Data, the programming, hardware specs, everything. They realised one of the chips was malfunctioning. So 50 years old, it's probably a 1970s logic chip that's similar to what you'd have in a Atari VCS or something.
What's the chip that has a funny name? The Fat
Agnes.
Agnes
is in the Amiga.
She's lost weight. So.
Yeah. I also used to read it wrongly as Fat Angus. I thought it was a Scottish reference. Anyway, moving on. So what do you do when your probe is 22 billion kilometers away and needs a fix? Well, you just reprogram that entire thing. They told it to avoid the bad chip and store that data elsewhere. They sent the new code on April 18th. They got a response on April 20th. Yeah, it's so far away, it took 2 days just to transmit. And the probe is now working again. From a programmer's perspective, that may be the most bleeping impressive thing I've ever heard. Hashtag bleeping bleep.
First of all, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But why are we surprised? Have you not seen Apollo 13?
True.
I mean, that was 100% accurate.
And is that the one Jack Black's mum helped with?
Yes.
So one of the NASA scientists was Mrs. Black.
I think she went by a different name, but yes.
Helped basically get Apollo 13 back up and running. Pivotal role in that process, as I remember it. I may be wrong, but I think that's what happened.
I believe so, yeah.
And went on to give birth to Jack Black, who starred in the commercial for Pitfall.
Pitfall, thank you. So I had the opportunity to work on The Mandalorian in the episode, spoilers, that Jack Black is in. And he and I had been walking back towards the commissary to have our lunch, and I don't remember how it came up, but we were talking about our retro computer channel little thing, and he said,
Jack, I'm sure you're watching. I'm sure you watch every episode since then.
And he said, oh yeah, I was in a commercial, and I said, for Pitfall, and he said, how did you know? I said, well, we actually featured it on our show recently, and and he asked about what the channel was, the name, and he said he'd check it out. And I have to say, he is one of the nicest people that I have ever met and ever had the opportunity to work with.
Jealous. But that ties us nicely back to the VCS and those 70s chips.
That's right.
Lovely stuff. Next up,
new cozy game.
This new game where you run a convenience store in rural Japan in the 1990s. You stack shelves and serve and talk with the customers, with conversations changing both of your lives. It is a very relaxing and cozy slice of life sim. You play as a college student helping her aunt run the local store. And it's not just about the mini games like making phone calls, scanning goods, and running the checkout. There is a branching storyline. The way that you run the store and interact with the customers is being designed to offer a a meaningful experience.
I need the name.
Your decisions will impact their lives, and then you'll get to see how that plays out. Overall, though, it just looks really cute and chill, and I can't wait to play it.
Download it right
it's
now.
called Inconveni, One Store, Many Stories, which is a adorable title, and it's coming in 2025. Follow for more games to play.
Bleeping bleeps.
Does it say where it's coming?
It'll be on Steam for PC, PlayStation, all the consoles as well. You can follow their Instagram, and again, I'll put the link in the description.
This is the epitome of the cozy American yearning for the Japanese lifestyle, and I will absolutely buy that game when it's out.
Me too. See you in 2025 or the 90s. And I think that's it for old news.
That was old news.
And speaking of the 90s, let's find out if the Hall & Oates hotline is still active in I See What You Mean.
We're going to see what he means.
Very good. So let's see what that was all about. But first...
Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
Does nothing.
Calculator. I knew those recorder lessons would come in handy.
A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in a world of criminals who operate above the law.
Our beatboxers are getting tired.
Yeah. Was that PlayStation?
It was, yeah. Oh. Nice to meet you, Peter. Cosine.
Speaking of their shot-for-shot remake, I will be participating in a shot-for-shot remake. In fact, we've already shot-for-shot it of the Knight Rider opening titles starring my Pontiac Trans Am. And this is a high-budget version in cooperation with another channel. You'll be seeing more on that. I can't say too much yet because
you said quite a lot.
You'll be seeing more on that after that teaser. Hopefully in the next month or two, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed.
This is fantastic, though. To build character, I make my kids stare at this for 5 minutes before they can use the Wi-Fi.
Quite right, too.
Did you ever collect the CDs? Now, in England, did they send CDs like every 5 days?
So they were AOL, not America Online.
Oh.
In England, because we'd be like, what? I'm British. I don't want to go online to America. It would cost a fortune. Anyway, here it is. Apparently, now this, I don't know how old this meme is. It says it still works. I still have no signal. So we have to revert to the fax machine. You can read out the number.
Yes.
I'm going to dial it up.
Yes. I have never heard of this.
So what am I dialing?
1-719-266-2837.
Welcome to Hall & Oates.
Welcome to Hall & Oates.
Your emergency Hall & Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear it go, please press 2.
Is it
to hear man-eater, please press 3. To hear privatize, please press 4.
Private eyes, they're watching you, watching your every move.
How long has this been a thing?
Apparently since the 70s. Next for your private eyes.
Did you know that the Omnibots that you guys have were used in the Thompson Twins music video?
I didn't know that, Paul Liggins. Can you show us that, Paul Liggins?
Where's my drink?
Oh, thank you.
Look at that jacket.
Lovely. I had one like that with tassels. It was like brown suede. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm quite jealous because that was quite white before it yellowed. Very long term, I have a list of videos ideas for like 3 years, but we will be refurbishing and repairing both of these.
Can we Star Wars fans born between 1981 and 1996 be called Millennial Falcons?
Definitely. It's official now.
That would be me.
That's you, but not me.
Yeah.
I'm a geriatric falcon. Oh, I've got it. Peregrine falcons. Perfect. Next up.
Oh, baby Mario is born.
Yeah, so you can get this in all the good toy stores now. And it's got a little cover for the womb.
Of course.
I think it's something someone's made and put on the shelf.
It has to be, because that's horrifying.
It's okay. Well, that is it for I See What You Meme, and we definitely saw what Barbie memed. It is time for some fun boxing, and we are going to see what else is underneath this Bluetooth typewriter in Funboxing. And first up,
Okay, Bunny, I see it 3. I raise you 1. You're bluffing. I call what you got. I've got PCB Way. They have PCBs starting at just $5. It's okay, Bunny. If you want some tea, that will come down.
Yeah.
Light 'em up, kid.
a Ladyfractic classic there, with thanks to PCB Way for sponsoring this entire video.
I've got PCB Way.
And so have we. So, before we unbox, we need to move the TV.
Absolutely.
And let's move it with the power of violence. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it spat on me. Oh. Right, so before we unbox,
Yes.
we're going to take another look at your faxes. And as always, we'll be filming this with the family camcorder. Would you like to pick a fax? Oh, interesting. Okay.
To PERIFAX from Bradley Sokol. Hi, Perry family. I like reading this like it's a squirrel.
Like a squirrel.
Hi, Perry family. Your channel has always been very special to me. It has not only taught me tons of things about retro computing, electronics, but about life and how to handle hardships. Your videos brighten up my day, as I am sure it does with thousands of other viewers.
Aww.
It also inspires me to create. I have a love for analog vintage gear as well. And you have helped me through countless hurdles. Keep doing what you do and focus on all the love you receive in the comments/facts section. Thank you for being you. Cheers. Bradley Sokol.
Bradley, that was so cool. Thank you so much. Let's get the faxes out of the way and get unboxing.
All right.
And speaking of that Bluetooth keyboard that we unboxed back in old news, I just want to remind you guys that we are raffling off the 400 Mini prototype, serial number 1 and serial number 007, along with all the gear that they sent us in that exclusive pack, including mugs and stickers and this very t-shirt that I'm wearing. I can wash it for you on request. You let me know, and we can sign all the stuff for you guys as well.
Absolutely.
Whoever wins it. So check out, it's the main prize of the prototype, and a runner-up will win 007. So as always, follow the link below, and good luck, and may the force be with you.
You want A or B?
I'll take the big one.
Wow.
Got to compensate.
Oh.
What have you got?
Styrofoam. Oh, no.
Oh,
This is a butt.
it looks more like something we're not meant to show.
Well,
Oh,
it's a butt.
here's the rest.
I recognized it. All right.
You did.
I'm going to assume, is this for duck hunt?
It is. Careful how you say that.
I always am.
It is for Duck Hunt. This is from Glenn's Retro Show.
This is so cool.
And it is a replacement
Rifle?
What would you call it? Not a light pen, but a light gun for playing Duck Hunt on careful how you say that, on modern systems. It's compatible, it says here, with the arcade 1-up, with PCs, Raspberry Pis, Glenn's Retro Show, Viper, SBC, other Linux devices, and Android. That's amazing. That is so cool. Thank you, Glenn, for sending that in. Have you got it assembled?
Give me a moment, dear.
Yeah,
Essentially, it looks like this.
Well, as we look down the barrel of the shotgun for playing Duck Hunt, careful how you say that, it's time for us to move on to some homebrew projects where you're going to see a fire-breathing Tesla from 1993.
That's homebrews.
First up, here it is.
Check this out.
Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen?
Got is the energy reactor. You have heat shields to protect the rear bumper from the flames.
Love it.
When you're skidding away into the distant future, this way, this is an electric car with over 1,000 horsepower. How does it get powered? This hamster's doing all the work.
Like the disco balls.
That is awesome. The wings fit perfectly with the original DeLorean with the gull-wing doors. And when you go to the back seats, what you'll see with the capacitor going down the middle, that's where
There
the
it is.
happens. And right here, you got Marty McFly's very own hoverboard.
I don't think it's his very own one, but yeah.
So,
Look at this.
take a look first, because that's that style.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
The meshing of old and new.
You have the fun panel, that's your flamethrower, your fuel, your jet lights, your CO2, everything. This right here is like your dial pad. You type in the year you want to go to,
3D printed.
and it'll automatically send you. Right here you got different timelines, 1985, 2000, 2015. You decide where you want to go. This is a Tesla time machine. Straight in Back to the Future.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That is, I think, the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I love that.
I like the fun panel. We should call Funboxing. We'll change it. Call it fun panel.
But then it's not unboxing.
True. You know best, dear. Don't want to box me again. Next up. Yep. Drone Racing League has been having fun. In a storm drain. So you can't see the actual drone, but the X-Wing toy is just kind of glued under it. Yes. And they cut just too soon there, but they did explode that
Oh, good.
town.
Good.
I love that.
Everyone's getting so creative.
Yeah.
I really love how people are using the latest technology to honor the past with all these gorgeous homages.
Good word, homages.
Thank you.
And from homages to oranges. Actually, I don't know what they were eating, but let's see what teenagers have been doing with their latest technology in restaurants in, of all things, a bowl of nostalgia flakes. And first up, what do we do in the nostalgia flakes?
We visit the gallery.
Wow, what a birthday.
Look at that sweatshirt.
Yeah. Nighttime is the right time. I get it. Quite the setup. Chris Blythe, friend of the channel, Team 17 artist. He's got his Atari 400, his C64s, his
There's
synths.
a lot going on in there.
Love it, Chris. The CRT balancing act.
This is a very old desk that was not made. So that's a drawer that they've opened to try to fit
For
the keyboard. Yeah.
Love it. Oh,
That's mom and two brothers.
yeah. Is that what Atari is that even?
The 8-bit?
Was it a Falcon?
I don't know.
I see a C64C. That's just the classic basic setup with the lamp. Look at these guys. C64 for the whole family.
No, the C64 for the whole family.
That's what I said. Another C64.
It's teeny tiny up on top,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, that was a beautiful visit to the Nostalgia Fakes. There's no fakes in
We
there.
don't fake the nostalgia here.
Absolutely not. Let's take a look at what those teenagers have been doing at dinner. They all put their phones on the side. There is hope for this generation. Exactly what I'm doing as well. I love that. Let's all... Actually, when we first met, Ladyfractic told me...
I said, put our phones face down or stacked, and whoever
For a meal.
Yes, for a meal. And whoever picked up their phone first paid for the meal.
Yeah, and she's paid for everyone since.
Sure have. I'm very popular.
Now, where's this beetle now? Do you know?
The V-Dub?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's currently on display at the Volkswagen Autostadt Wolfsburg Museum. So that's the beetle from the cover of... What's the name of the album, that one? Abbey Road?
Yeah, Abbey Road.
But very, very cool. Now, do you know the story of that beetle?
I know who they are and I know what the car is, but I don't know the correlation between the two other than their name.
There is none. It was just coincidentally there outside the studios. It was owned by Emil Nebel, who was a local resident, and sold it at auction in 1986 for, can you guess how much?
86, you said?
Yeah.
$4,000.
£2,500. I thought it'd be worth a lot more, but apparently it's now valued at £28,000.
Inflation.
I thought it'd be like £1 million car for some reason. Anyway, that is it for Nostalgia Flakes. It's time for us to drive away. As always, thank you guys so much for watching.
Subscribe and support below, and cheerio.
Cheerio.
One man can make a difference, Perry. Or one woman. Or dog. The Fractics, lone curators in a vintage world. The world of retro recipes.